As we see 15 Sway on the bottom left-hand side, youngest player here in the circuit, 19 years old. What a talent, what a smart guy, what a successful fighter. Is it enough to face one of the greatest Night Elves of all time? Here in the group stage, LawLiet in the upper right.
How likely do you think it is that 15 Sway could reach the grand finals of this tournament?
I wouldn't bet anything on it, to be honest. He did show great results. I think he's showing better performances than, for example, in fall, but it seems like he's not in his WGL shape yet.
Okay, but would you bet something against it then?
That he's not?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit. What do you want to offer, Todd?
I mean, like, if he makes the grand finals, we have to do something.
Ah, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday we had the cat ear idea, right? I would go through with that for sure.
Well, how about we print a photo of him, and then if he makes the finals, we go to the hairdresser and we say we want the same cut.
How am I supposed to do that? Like,
With a
you
wig.
know that I don't have hair on my head, so I can't shave it in the style like that. But I could go for a wig, that's for sure. I will cast with a 15 Sway hairstyle.
This is the 4th time Todd is suggesting that you wear a wig. He
Yeah,
seems kind of obsessed.
I know, right? It's kind of weird, man. A little bit weirded out. But hey, I'm up for it, Todd. If 15 Sway makes the grand final, I'm gonna get a 15 Sway wig.
A player's forces are under attack.
Are you satisfied with that?
I guess he must be. There's not much else of a choice. As the Archmage seems to have to fast expand, also in this matchup seems to be his only choice. One running in. LawLiet got some sick glasses in the previous games. He gets one more there on the Peasant. He denied one of the creeps, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Didn't get the Water Elemental there either. It is the Warden at 2/3 and very, very low on experience. Oh, 15 Sway is waking up the creeps and attacking the Ancient of War. This early game is not going great for the Master of the Warden.
Yeah, this is a cancel 100%.
Sorry about that. Had to go for a second. What's happening here?
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, that is a very good question. What is happening here? It's a lot of trouble for LawLiet, I would say. Warden still level 1, not much HP anymore, 15 Sway constantly in position, and shutting down creeping. And that's the most important thing. This series doesn't start well for LawLiet, and he's switching gears. Mass Huntress push.
Yeah, he's gonna go all in, which against a straight expo, it can work. The main point is that if you're stuck on Archmage low level, aka like far away from level 3, there's no Water Elemental level 2, and then hunts can be very scary. You are gonna see a lot of AP push happening with these glaive throwers as well. And it's one of the shorter rush distance maps here from main to opponent's expo, so it makes a lot of sense for LawLiet to go for this, even get the mercs.
15 Sway was ready to steal them, I guess, with the Footman. He definitely knows what's up now. But the force that is coming for his expansion is going to be rather good, rather strong. But the Warden isn't. Absolutely isn't. Fan first on level 1. This is not a recipe for success. Usually, the mercs and the units have to do it.
I wonder if there is any plans to do some sort of AP push here down the line. You could literally make it close to the expo. Unless you want to try and sneak it close to the main, but I think that's very risky. If it gets spotted, obviously Militia is gonna help out Remain.
The Berserker! Is he stuck there? No, okay, has to open it up. There's too much damage as Defender's not ready. 15 Sway, I guess, needs that defensive ability against all this piercing damage. Ward is getting closer to level 2, but I think that bought the time for the tower. Yep, Arcane is up.
Yeah, usually if you want to do a AP push, you want to wait for like 3 to 5 hunts because they're bouncing attacks against Militia and Footmen. And then you go and you kind of make them very close to the expo, almost in the opponent's face. And what do they have to do? They have to pull Militia, but you have a lot of units because you're massing tier 1. And you can kill a lot and get high level through that. For Human, it's really about buying time. I'm surprised there is no shop yet, because it's a very important part of being able to defend against this kind of attack here for 15 Sway.
Can he deal with these militia? Looking okay so far. Warden again catching quite some hits. Now it's level 2. Finally. Fan of Knives still didn't decide to go for Blink or Shadow Strike so far. Huntress numbers are rising. Nobody's tacking here.
Yeah, now 15 strays, which I think he doesn't realize what's happening here for some reason. I don't think he should be. I think he should be second racks and blacksmith for mass rifles. He starts a shop back at home.
Ooh, that's not the greatest position. Oversaturating the mine as well. And the APs are coming in a very safe position.
It's just the one actually right now. I'm surprised he's making it so far back. I guess he's just worried about 15 straight clicking on it, even though LawLiet's army would be there.
Shadow Melts are in a good position. Fan of Knives is starting to add up with a lack of regen here.
Yeah, there's 2 footmen that are low as well in the main base for 15 straight. He really needed a shop earlier, I think. And regen scroll value would have been tremendous here, replenishing these footmen before potentially re-engaging. Do we have any glaive throwers? No, it's just mass hunts.
Mass hunts all the way. Level 2.5 Warden. Can he get that last hit? Good block by 15 Sway. This is of course a rematch of WGL Summer where 15 Sway was able to kick out LawLiet off the group stage. That was one of the biggest upsets of the entire year. LawLiet seeking revenge. AP up. Huntress pushing that Town Hall makes it hard to repair as the glaives are of course bouncing, hurting the repairing peasants.
LawLiet hasn't picked a second spell yet, so he hasn't gone Blink. I think the reason might be like if you get a very stubborn level 3 and then the Archmage is really low, you might want to go Shadow Strike level 2 and then just nuke him and get him out of there.
He cancels so much healing in the back. Diving with the Warden, not getting trapped, buying time for the shop, and the shop is gone.
Yeah, and this is so smart what LawLiet is doing. He just left the AP alone, preventing the mining from the expo. So many players would have just kind of stood there with the entire army. LawLiet's like, nah, you have an expo, but you can't mine from it because peasants are going to die very quickly from the AP. Then he goes for the main. He's going to staff back home. He has some Moonwells to work with. And he's now teching.
Wow, what a recovery. What a recovery. This early game was so bad. You're never supposed to win with a low-level Warden, but LawLiet shows the way with the Huntress transition and some Mercs. Still gotta be careful. It's a lot of footmen. Would love to have a Fan of Knives here. Warden staff back, though, has to run all the way back. Repositioning into the safety of the Ancient Protector. But defense is up for 15 Sway, and Tier 2 is done as well.
Yeah, level 3 around the corner here. Can this peasant do it? Yes, it will. And that's Fan of Knives level 2 now. 15 Stray got tier 2. But he's not starting anything. He has the gold and the lumber. I think he should pick up an alchemist probably, because there is Fan of Knives level 2 here very clearly, so he could try and out-heal that.
Town is under siege.
Could also go for Blood Mage if he wants to soak the Warden dry. No mana on the Warden makes her very, very weak. Of course, he can deal with that with potions. And Warden is back. Not a single tower in the main. 15 Sway is floating 750 gold.
Yeah, that's insane. He needs to start spending a little better here. He needed that second hero. There it is, the alchemist. Gonna be able to use healing spray. And he's gonna finally get rid of this AP here. LawLiet not quite in position for this. So now 15 Sway is mining from the expo again, but he just doesn't have the units to deal with this army. And he has no tower in the main.
2 hunts very, very low. Archmage has no water elemental anymore. Wonder who this is better for. LawLiet switching the target once again, as he so often did in this game already. But he can't stay that much longer, I feel. It's 9 supply about to fall.
Yeah, the hunts here. You don't want to feed the experience to this Archmage and Alchemist. That would be pretty bad. And Moonwells, not so much used to work with, but LawLiet made a shop. He's gonna have access to clarities here. Tier 2 is about to finish. He can go into Lorth and just play a normal game from there. And because he shut down the mining from the expo for so long, the economy of 15 Sway, it's not like he's completely out of control here. In particular, he has no lumber. That's been the whole theme for all these games against LawLiet so far.
So true. 2,000 gold advantage so far for 15 Sway, but it's still looking good for the Night Elf. He's expanding as well. At some point, he has to open up that mine. Continuing to siege here while 15 Sway is just going for the next camp. Now portals home without getting level 3, but there's a lot of experience on a silver platter. He's jumping right on top of the Huns. How many can he get? 1 down, that's level 3. 2 down. Oi, oi, oi. could have been worse, I feel. Warden is back, heal scroll, acid bomb against it. What an action-packed game this is. Wisps are coming in. He saved the second one to dispel the protection scroll.
LawLiet has quite a bit of lumber, so he actually brought some wisp here. That was super nice. He don't drain some mana away from those heroes. Also detonated on the protection scroll. The goal here is to kind of get this Warden to high level. You want to get level 5 against low level human heroes. We know level 6 is also a very key level down the line. And LawLiet should just be falling back, I think, now and expanding. The tree's ready. He could even go for lures.
Aren't the lures up already? No, they're not. I was wondering, where did he get the money from to buy 2 mana potions here that early? Well, skipping the lures explains it. And now 15 Sway is in a comfortable position. 2 bases, level 3 Archmage, level 2 Alchemist, who's pretty safe as well. Yeah, he has no Town Portal anymore, but finally production starts to add up. He's only on 2 production buildings, though. With an expansion, would love to see a third.
He's spending all of his lumber into towers because he just keeps getting attacked. Like, half of his base is on fire here in the main base, so he's a little bit fed up with it. He's getting the second lumber upgrade, but I don't understand why he's so reluctant to go into more peasants. You definitely still need more peasants. I see 5 on lumber in the main, and there is 2 building the Arcane Vault on the Expo. That's 7. That's nothing. When you have Expo, you're supposed to have, 11, 12, 13 peasants on lumber, but he just doesn't want to get any more.
Yeah, that's been the issue for many of his games. Same for Thorzane to a degree in Europe. You gotta teach them, Todd.
I mean, I make this mistake every game too. It's just that when I'm observer, I can point it out.
Make a little post-it. Build more workers. Warden is back in the base. That's the level 2 Blink, and level 2 Fan of Knives. Causing more trouble. No Arcane. Went Guard Tower over Arcane. Also, interesting choice.
Yeah, that's a very big attack. Oh my god, he actually has much more than I thought he would have by now here. 15 Sway. This is so dangerous. He might just be winning with this attack here if I can win the fight somehow. Alchemist is almost 3, so healing spray level 2 is going to be very massive. And he got rid of all the wisp before they could enter the gold mine.
And then...
LawLiet needs level 5.
Yeah, and he's, well, not that far away, but he will probably drain some mana. More and more attacks. There's no wisp to repair. He's trying to get them, but seems like an easy target. Book of the Dead is, of course, helping there as well. Warden in the middle of a surround. Has to blink out. Doesn't really want to. Shadow Melt is enough to save some mana. Hunters are about to fall. Berserker is about to fall. That's level 3. Level 5 on the Warden, but the heal spray gets stronger as well.
Yeah, he had to get out. Oh my goodness. This is a crazy game. I think 15 Sway might be doing it now. With the snipe on the expansion, he has heal spray level 2, which is perfect, even against Fan of Knives level 3. LawLiet needs to make it back to those Moonwells. But losing the Expo now, it means that 15 Sway can just keep on building up his army very steadily. He's actually going to push forward.
Oh
I think.
my god.
Like, maybe he should have just pulled back, played it a little bit safer, but he probably sees this army of LawLiet. He's like, I can just finish you off now. Why not?
How is this game looking so different than the winner bracket semi-final? It's been the same in Group A here. Warden has to rely on level 6 at this point, I guess.
Yeah, he's so far away. He just got 5. No Moonwells to work with.
Could be a couple of kills coming his way now if healing is getting short. Mana is rare for 15 Sway, close to level 4. That will help. Usually, not only is Warden level 6 a solution, but also Bears. But LawLiet, he can't tech. He has no resources.
In our first match of the day, the player that lost the first time ended up winning. And right now, another player that lost the first time is looking pretty good, at least in game number 1. That's 15 Sway.
Oh, big last hits here, but the healing was there too. Berserker is gone. That gets the Warden to 5.6. There's so many corpses. Nighttime still running for a couple of hours. 15 Sway has 1,000 gold and can't spend it. Todd, I'm going mad here.
Yeah, he got a workshop, so he's gonna spend it that a little quicker. But yeah, his lumber is still a problem. He's pulling back now. I guess it's about to be daylight. He might just creep one camp real briefly and then re-engage immediately after, but He shouldn't slow down the game too much, because otherwise Walden's gonna start getting on top of those peasants and killing everything.
I guess he was gambling a bit for the potion of greater mana to be able to heal more, because he was running out of mana here. And that's the perfect drop for this situation. With rifles you can creep this camp so fast, heal up a little bit, regen mana a little bit. And yet this drop now is insane. LawLiet just aiming for the easy targets. But so far, he's just getting wrecked himself. But that's level 6. That's the avatar. Not too many corpses here. Can 15 Sway deal with this?
LawLiet needs to get a couple spirits here and there.
Yeah.
But they're very good against casters. Not as much against rifles. And that Walden, struggling to really stay in there. Like low on hit points, low on mana. LawLiet still has to pull back. I'm not sure it was the right call. Like, should he re-expand? But, I mean, to be honest, he doesn't really have much economy, especially lumber-wise, because he used so many wisps to fight earlier.
No tier 3 possible. Here's Dust. What blast to blink out. Was about to say 15 Sway should probably get a gyrocopter just to, you know, reveal the ward when she's in Shadow Melt. It's getting real annoying. But so far, it's mortars only to end the game soon.
Spears in the expo, but by the time they get there, there's actually not so much time on their timer. They're just gonna expire without even really killing anything.
Oh, Zeppelin, I love that play. Close to level 4. Alchemist, who's also really tanky. No real nuke possible. Warden comes back in. Full mana and a potion.
Let's see. That's a lot of mana now that he has. If LawLiet can win this, he's a god. There's just so much more supply. It's really all about this Walden making it happen somehow.
15 Sway.
Now, it's day now, so there's no more Moonwells.
Yeah, this is a rough time for LawLiet. This is just suffering. Can't get that camp. The Enraged Wildkin goes to 15 Sway. That's level 4. Is he trying to like, nuke the Archmage? That ain't working. There's a Zeppelin. There's an Invo Potion. Really love this play by 15 Sway to go for the Zap. 2 mortar teams were being sniped and he saved them. There's a Sobi Mask on the Alchemist. His mana regen is just insane. And LawLiet is fighting for survival with that next push coming his way.
He's not tapping out just yet. When you have a Walden high level like this, sometimes the opponent overextends. If you make a couple mistakes here and there, you may be able to come back. Wisps being sent to this army again. But there's just so much. I'm surprised there is not even a +1, by the way, for these rifles and mortars, but this army is looking gigantic for 15 Sway. LawLiet is just gonna tap out and 15 Sway goes up 1-0.
The upsets keep happening, boys. 15 Sway with a 1-0 lead. LawLiet again trying it with the Warden 3rd time in a row in his extended series against 15 Sway, but this time it doesn't work. This game, we see the limitations of the Warden. If she gets level 3 fast, if she's got a great early game, she's super strong. But if you lose an Ancient of War last hit, and your second Ancient of War gets denied by the footy across the map, you're gonna be in hot water. He tried it with the Huntress all-in push, and that didn't quite work out. I was still pretty impressed how much value he got out of the hunts while he could, and then tried to go with the Avatar of Vengeance win condition late game, but it wasn't quite good enough. Most Night Elves there would have lost way sooner with how bad of an early that was. And yeah, that's always the problem with the Warden. If the early's bad, you're probably gonna lose.
Yeah, I gotta say, 15 Sway comes in so prepared for exactly this. For exactly the Warden play. Knew exactly how to shut it down, when to push, when to fall back, not giving too much experience to that Warden either by saving a lot of units. Really impressed with this. And now it's LawLiet. Ooh, he looks a little worried.
I don't think LawLiet should have tried to tech at all. I think he should have just all in, maybe like 3 or 4 APs at the expo. Break the expo, kill it, and then suddenly if it's 1 base, I think he would be in great shape with the Walden. But once that expo was defended, I was like, uh-oh, like that's gonna be a lot of gold going to 15 Sway now. He can just kind of outmass LawLiet entirely, and then the mass hunt really falls off once you start having a lot of rifles. I actually think that the reaction of 15 Sway to this was even wrong, like to tech the way he did it. But the thing is, there was not the proper all-in there for LawLiet, so... Unfortunate, he goes down 0-1. Maybe that's the wake-up call he needs to start doing better, and he's still in it here. Don't tell me we're gonna have a day where like all the people that lost the first time come back with a revenge and all win. That would be crazy.
Might be possible though, as Fly, if he's in great shape, might be the favorite against Fortitude, and Colorful is definitely the favorite against Remind. 15 Sway, what a game, man. And yeah, I agree that LawLiet was in a weird position after that tech, unable to go to tier 3, unable to really push further, and then he was down 2 base, 1 base. He wasn't prepared for that hold at his expansion at all. So next map is Echo Owls, and we know how much this map relies on the starting position. Left hand side, canceling the Engine of War creep is possible. Right hand side, canceling the Engine of War creep is not really possible. All the LawLiet fans in the world have to hope for the right hand side on Echo Owls, but you know, more often than not, he gets the position that he doesn't really want. So let's see what it is this time, as 15 Sway is punching for the playoffs here, and LawLiet is fighting for survival. And it is the left-hand side. That's not where you want to start.
Yeah, you can try to risk it, go for the Ancient of War there anyways, and then get it cancelled and then remake it. That's doable, but of course slows you down a lot. Oh, LawLiet tried to go for the Ancient of War at the bottom. You can also do it at the gold mine, but he walked into the creep camp there. Horrible start for LawLiet.
Oh no. And 15 Sway builds a farm on the position where the Engine of War is supposed to be. Not getting any better, Remo.
It's a horrible start. The safe play here for LawLiet would have been to just go for the simple green camp with the keeper. It is a keeper, it is now the green camp, but oh boy, is that way too late. What happened with the Wisp? Normally down there you can make the Ancient of War, but he must have made it a bit too close to the camp. Normally he's the master of creeping. We're not used to seeing these mistakes from him.
Might be the pressure, might just be the nerves. We saw it before. When the stakes are high, he crumbles. And it seems to be the case again. Man, second map in a row where he's pretty much down from the very beginning, this time even before the hero spawn.
Keeper is a decent comeback hero though. You get level 2, you get some treants, you get level 3, you kill 1,000,000 peasants, you counter expand. This is far from over. The Keeper is much better at playing from a disadvantageous position than the Warden is. So, it's not the best start, that's for sure. But it's not necessarily over. This could very well turn into a long 2-base kind of game. Big armies, 80 supply. LawLiet really good with those bear armies. Exceptional at micro as well. Gonna pull the Merc camp early. Go for a Shadow Priest right away. Oh, he may want to be very aggressive, I guess.
Ooh, okay. Knife between his teeth. 15 Sway not going for the Merc, I guess. A Wisp might have disrupted that anyway. So instant expansion by 15 Sway, or at least instant expansion creep. Keeper finds a peasant, but yeah, no creeping at all.
He sends the Shadow Priest home to creep with the Archer while the Keeper harasses. Oh, look at the creep of 15 Sway. He did it improperly, got the Watch Elemental ensnared, and took a lot of damage on his units. That's 3 easy kills for LawLiet right there, if he has the mana. He's actually going to commit 2 entangles to this footman. These last hits, we saw it before, really important. LawLiet does it nicely. Getting close to the footy so that it's harder for 15 Sway to time the deny.
Yeah, this was as close as it gets. No distance to travel for the projectile. 15 Sway gets that one though. But of course, it is a couple of resources, and here's more kills. The little birds. Deadly ones. That's one. Oh, almost one kill. Switches gears. Keeper gotta be careful. He has no staff. Can't really get surrounded or blocked here. Water Elemental still doing good damage. Another last hit, if I saw this correctly. The Keeper getting burned almost.
It's a rush to the shop. Both want to get the telestaff. Keeper may have to TP out here. Gets level 2. Oh, that's enough HP. Nice timing. With the creeping happening simultaneously. And that must certainly be the staff. There we go. Back to the Moonwell. It's going to take a lot of juice, though, to get this Keeper back in fighting shape.
Gets another Moonwell. Claws of Attack. This will help with more right clicks. Level 2 Archmage now. Very slow expansion, as he never had really 5 peasants working on that second base. And what's LawLiet doing? What's his follow-up plan? Can he do something in the base? There's no tower there. Very unprotected. Tech in the meantime. Hunter Soul in the back. Probably going into a more standard play.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lucky movement here by the footy. Seeing this attack coming early. LawLiet wants to go for another Merc purchase. Reminiscent very much of Sonic, right? Who loves to do this. Probably going to go for the double Mercs right here. It's a pretty strong army. At this stage in the game, of course, the human does not have defend. And suddenly LawLiet has lots of DPS.
Okay, is defend coming? Nope. Archmage sees it, can react to it. Trying to pull the fight away from this expansion. This means, of course, the Keeper has some time and space to roam to the bottom. Arcane Tower is up, though.
Yeah, perfect tower on the Arcane, finishing just a split second before. Archmage in a bit of an exposed position, getting targeted heavily. Oh, it's a lot of damage.
Ooh, Treant block.
Next Entangle might
Treant.
be a TP first.
That Treant might turn into a hero here. Archmage, very, very low, below 100. Focus switches again. Still no defend. 15 Sway trying to survive here. LawLiet pressuring forward. Entangle, right clicks. The Footman Meat Grinder is in full swing.
Keeper now very low HP and mana. Once again has the staff ready to make it back to the Moonwell once more. As tier 2 is finished, we got the lures coming and the second hero, Panda. But no counter expansion here for LawLiet in sight.
Okay, Panda bringing the heat. Tier 2 started for 15 Sway. Now a guard tower as well to keep the base safe. And yeah, he has to go back at some point. Trying to distract, trying to buy time for the Panda who's going to be the late game carry as the Dryad transition is happening.
Tier 3 is something we usually expect with this. Tier 3 bears, there we go, single lore only. And then shortly after, an expansion wouldn't be too wild of an idea. Creep the natural, expand on the spot, try to defend against it. 15 Sway needs to find out what the opponent is doing. He sends out one scout footy, and that guy has to do reconnaissance. What's the tech? What's the expo? What's the tier 3 timing and all that?
So far, tier 3 has been started, double lore, not focusing on his economy at all. Keeper so far away from 3, how powerful level 2 Entangle would be. That is the big strength of the Keeper usually. Can't make use of that because he wants to pressure... Oh, 15 Sway down. We have an Engine of Wonders during the push.
Where?
Top.
Ah. Want to supply the Panda with mana pots to barbecue the militia potentially. But LawLiet's time to counter expand is slowly running out. Like, if he doesn't do it soon... Oh! No tower in the main and a big opening!
Ooh.
There's a huge opening into the main! What's going on here?
Wasn't there a guard tower a second ago? I thought I saw that. Okay, maybe I just assumed it. That's a big one. Not level 3 yet, but still lots of damage on everything. And he can retreat a little bit, can get that potion, and continuing to burn this economy.
Water Elemental Summon, they give good experience. Look at the Panda experience bar. This is the huge story here right now in this push. If he gets 3 fast, it's going to be hard for 15 Sway to hold on. He has lots of units, footies, and also militia he can bring in. But the Panda, the perfect weapon against just that.
Clarity and Moonstone used immediately. Panda can't really find the perfect position. Should not take too many hits, but of course there is a potion as well. Everything is clumped up! Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. You get a Breath of Fire here as well. But of course the Panda for 15 Sway is under-leveled. Is that already the end of this push? We don't see a potion. We don't see a TP. Panda's in trouble trying to... Staff of Preservation. All right. Was that worth it, though? The shop is going to fall, and echo damage? Not too heavy.
Should buy the potions now before the shop goes down. Buys 1. Okay. Not too many. Not over-committing on that. It was really nice how he passed over the telly staff to get the Panda back in. Yeah. And now he's level 3. And now we're talking.
Oh, that is big damage. Can't get any kills here. Would love to have a heal scroll, but of course that one shop is far away. The priests have to work overtime. 15 Sway did close that gap.
Yeah, nicely done. Good presence of mind. But guess what? Force of nature. And suddenly it's open again. The barbecue is open again, boys.
Yow!
Breath of Fire comes in. Tower cancelled again at 15th way. He thought he had a good early game, but LawLiet with the very unusual push timing. Who the hell pushes with a handful of mercs and level 2 heroes?
No one. Absolutely no one. Adept training for the bears is ready. Let that redo work on you. And the panda has more mana. This is so painful now.
15th Sway here has suffered quite a bit, but can still win this game. LawLiet is very all in. There's absolutely no expansion on his side to try to equalize economically.
There's also no master training. He is tier 3. Now it started. Maybe it was queued behind a bear. Not 100% sure. Might be a macro mistake. He has to pull back. He has almost no health anymore.
Big decision now for LawLiet to make. Is he going to continue this push and fully commit all in, or is he counter expanding? Is there still time? Very hard to make that read. Even for us. We perfectly see the resources and the buildings and everything that 15th Sway has.
Yeah.
It's not an easy call to make.
The good thing for LawLiet is he killed a couple of farms, so 15th Sway's supply stock can't go up to the dangerous 70 supply army, and he's gonna face 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 master bears soon. But LawLiet decides, I'm not gonna bang my head against this main base, I will expand, and very, very far away from his gold mine.
Taking a look at the marketplace, but nothing catches his fancy apparently. Or does it? No. He's waiting for the shop to finish. Orb of Venom is going to add in a lot more damage into this army. And 15th Sway's force is kind of a hodgepodge amalgamation. He's got some mercs, he's got a couple of footies. Yeah, he's got 55 supply, but this is far from optimal supply.
Yeah. You can steal redo with the early breaker, I like that, but the Mauler, for example, does nothing. Soaks up a lot of supply, gives a lot of experience. That is not ideal at that stage of the game. Breath of Fire Panda, level 3 versus level 1. Clear advantage for LawLiet here, and he's focusing on the Mauler, takes him out. Big experience, as we said. 3.5 on both heroes and half HP on 15th Sway's army. How long can this push continue? It can retreat to the shop, go for more mana potions. The redo is enough to keep everything healthy.
Yeah, Orb of Venom, Clarity, gonna be very valuable now. Maybe even Moonstone, although I guess it's gonna hit nighttime any moment anyways. Good lumber on LawLiet. Would love to see Wellspring right now.
Not yet, little short on gold. Orbs, of course, priority. Mana is a priority. Can 15th Sway still salvage this? He has no TP, he has 2 items. That's it. He was basically stuck on the right-hand side for the entire game. But LawLiet, with that expansion almost finishing, has to move back, has to creep his natural, but Heroes and Bears still strong. Drunken Haste, Breath of Fire, you know that combo by now.
Yeah, finally 15th Sway's got the big army. He's got the casters, and the slow, of course, against the Bears is the best thing you can have as human. LawLiet gonna have to fall back, and 15th Sway now going into overdrive. He's gonna have a big army soon. But the levels are the problem. You mentioned it, the Panda. Level 1 only. He's gonna get level 2, but what he wants is 3. And LawLiet has so well crept away most camps from the opponent. It's almost impossible for 15th Sway to get the desired levels.
Yeah, he's also ready for the 6 o'clock shop. He's pretty much ready for his own mercenary camp, his own expansion. There's not much to steal at all. Heal Scroll, Mana Potion, another Heal Scroll. Doesn't even need it too much, but just take it away from 15th Sway. Absolutely worth it.
Can LawLiet hold on against this push, though? His army is still only very small. One bear comes in from the main, half dead. Panda gets 5, claws, whatever. Bear has to be staffed, maybe. Oh, use the staff on the Panda. That was pretty greedy to get mana back to him. That's one bear going down. Expensive loss.
50 supply and the floodgates are open for this expo. He does have Nature's Blessing. There's no mortars in this push. This will take a little while. 15th Sway repositioning once the breakers up front into this choke where the bears can't really follow. LawLiet has to smash this fight to stay in this tournament. Drunken Haste, Breath of Fire on both sides. Keeper level 4. The orb damage, of course, looking great. Archmage under pressure by 2 bears. Not sure if that's the perfect choice. He just wants to get him out of there. Wants to force the TP. Breath of Fire coming in once more. Orb damage. So close. Invis saved by 15th Sway.
Archmage still exposed in the back. There's a mana potion on the Panda. He needs to be real careful. Jesus.
Might use it soon. Panda might be blocked here. Panda versus Panda action. Can he staff him out? Heal scroll is ready. Invo potion for the Chinese. And here's the heal scroll. Staff is not ready for 3 more seconds. 52 supply for LawLiet still. 65 for 15 Sway. And there's not many bears anymore.
Every new bear that comes in, though, does have double rejuve. That's, of course, very strong, as we have come to learn. More Dryads now coming in from the main. How much staying power does 15 Sway have? A lot of his army is very hurt. Imagine if he had gotten one of those heal scrolls, how different it could have looked. So crucial for LawLiet to have gotten them both earlier. New bear comes in, roar applied. And LawLiet might be able to dislodge this attack now.
He has to. Otherwise, our summer champion of 2020 will not go to the World Championships. But there's 1 kill on the sword. That's amazing. Water elementals are falling. That's good experience. And 15 Sway has to retreat. No tier 3 transition. Invis Panda coming in as he stole the next heal scroll, which might be huge. Breath of Fire to say hello to his brother. He doesn't like that brother. It's not the greatest family.
LawLiet has nicely closed the supply gap. 62 supply now for him against 67. I think he only lost a single bear. No, 2 bears actually. 2 bears went down, but he traded very well.
Still not mining though.
Moonjuice. Yeah, bring Wisp now from the main. Moonjuice, such a big help for the Panda for him. 4.4 on LawLiet's Panda. 5 is a very real possibility.
He's 2 levels ahead. That's insane. And I guess he's holding. Entangled Gold Mine, done. Only attack upgrades, like no tier 3 by 15 Sway. No items except that heal scroll.
Very nice. Also, how LawLiet opened up the choke a little bit. We have seen countless games of bears suffering in this choke position down here. LawLiet makes it a bit easier. Taking out some trees.
Water Elemental Invis always sees the state of the army. Love that play by 15 Sway. The Invis is really impressive. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire on both sides. Everything's burning here. One of them has a heal scroll though. Nice staff by LawLiet. Breakers are suffering. How long can they hold this door?
The heal scroll there once again. The bears are getting sniped pretty quickly, but the Dryad backline also doing good DPS along with the Panda, of course. 4.7 on the Panda now, looking for more kills. Level 3 on the enemy Panda, however, at the same time. LawLiet losing some bears now quickly. 56 supply dropping down to 50. Okay, 56 remakes it again. Wisp detonate into the back. Mana draining as well as he can. Panda in trouble, getting focused. Can he transfer something? TP trying to save him. And he does. LawLiet suffering heavy losses. But he does hold.
He does hold indeed. Entangled Gold Mine mining now. 2 base situation in human versus human versus Night Elf. Oh, how much we love that. Run for the shop. There's no Mountain King, of course, to be worried about. Heal scroll goes to 15 Sway. Invo potion goes to the keeper. Might need it soon. He's slowed. Is the Panda coming to the rescue? He's far away. Can he outmaneuver him somehow? Slow. Wearing off. Can't reach anymore. Oh!
That didn't need that Invo potion.
Not at all.
He was fine. LawLiet with some mistakes here. Also, he was faster at the shop, but he wasn't looking, so he didn't get the heal scroll. These heal scrolls are all the difference.
The push continues. Relentless 15 Sway. Lost the farm on the left-hand side. Can't go for 80. Has that heal scroll. Pretty similar situation to the push prior. We don't have control magic, which is kind of interesting. Might rely just on Dispel. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Bears are connecting, but also Breaker Line looks good. Can he finally get that level 5? Mana's low on the Panda. He needs this level 3 with Breath of Fire.
One more kill is going to have it. That Water Elemental is going to give the experience, won't it? A little bit of Dispel. There we go. Panda gets 5. Needs to be staffed back, maybe. How much Moon Juice we got? A good amount.
2 bears down, 8 supply, and that was the heal scroll. Could have saved him with that. No mining, no more. Gives up this base probably. LawLiet Expo in shambles, and his tournament about to end. Again, like in summer at WGL, 15 Sway seems to be besting him. Has to rely on this Panda. Needs to find the best positions, and there was a big one.
Problem is he still doesn't have a front line. The bears have all disappeared.
It's the Panda show. It's all about the Panda. Level 5 for the Keeper of the Grove. Panda goes for it again. At what stage can't he out-heal it anymore, 15 Sway?
LawLiet also needs more mana potions. I'm surprised he didn't send the Panda back to the Moonwells.
It's a stressful situation. Dispel on the Breath of Fire, on the Panda. It's Entangle. Invis save again. The shop is gone. No more potions here. Everything's so hurt. Slow trap kicking in. 15 Sway continues the punishment for this expansion, which is still up.
Finally, staff on the Panda. One more time. Back to the Moonwells. How much mana he got? Full mana. But that's all the Moon Juice gone now. This is going to be a lot of AoE that the Panda can throw in. LawLiet might be able to hold here. Very close tug of war.
This is what Echo Isles is so famous for. This back and forth between the expansion. Panda, level 5, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Archmage has no TP. What's he doing? The Panda is far away. What can he do? There's a heal scroll. Invis dispelled! And 15 Sway is losing the first hero. LawLiet celebrates with another shot here. Breath of Fire. Everything is falling as it seems. The bears, are they taking over? More and more treants. Nature takes back Echo Isles. And more breath. This is so overwhelming. Panda level 5.5.
15 Sway behind this. Never went tier 3. He's got so many resources. 1,000 gold. He can easily go for a Tavern
Panda.
Revive. LawLiet not out of the woods yet. Everything's low. Everything's about to die. No more mana anymore.
Might be forced into a TP here. Slow on the Keeper. No mana to dispel, actually. Staff, not ready. Not a staff on the Panda. He's trying to squeeze every single gold coin out of this expansion. Slow mining. The Panda is back. Archmage revived at the altar.
The town is under siege.
That does look weird with how much gold there is. Not so much DPS in 15 Sway's army. Look at the casters.
Yes.
So many Sorks and Priests. He's got 3 rifles.
And they missed this Archmage so much. They missed the Brilliance Aura. Look at the mana. It's really low. Archmage back now from the Tavern. Okay. Reevaluating the situation. Keeper 5.5. Heal Scroll, Invo Potion. Panda level 5.5. Nothing on him. And 15 Sway is happy. Just killing the Entangled Gold Mine leaves the tree intact.
LawLiet's still pretty economical at 50 supply here. Still mining well. Still doesn't have Ultra Vision, which is kind of weird. And not researching it.
And these guys' heart rate must be through the roof. Especially on LawLiet's side. Panda burning. But this might be the staff for him. Saves it actually. It's a lot about shop control. I know it's kind of a meme by now, but Echo Isles is a lot about shop control, as are so many maps by now.
LawLiet playing a good game here, but he's forgetting some crucial upgrades. Ultra Vision and Wellspring are some of the best, most cost-efficient upgrades in the game, and he's got neither of them. Now he's going into upkeep once again. More Dryads. Panda, for him, is likely to be reaching level 6 this game. With double ultimates, LawLiet can absolutely win this map.
There's no Stormbolt, of course. There's no Disable. This Tranquility will be massive. And we don't have to talk about Earthstorm and Fire. You saw the impact yesterday already in the Americas region. And of course, Water Elementals. 15 Sway keeps on summoning the Water Elementals. Good triple Dispel here on the Treant, though. Level 5 Archmage.
Still only a tier 2 army. 15 Sway rather stubborn, never going tier 3 despite all the resources that he's had this game. Reveal coming in, even wanting to make sure there's no invis saves.
Hero
Panda on the
focus.
front line, copying a lot of damage, but the Dispel is there. He will be safe to the back line, just like the Bears. Whenever the Bears go in, though, they take a ton of damage.
Yeah. Moonwell can help a bit, but he wants to save that to replenish the mana. Double mana potion on this Panda 5. And 15 Sway just going for the gold mine. How long can 15 Sway out-heal the level 3 Breath of Fire?
Yeah, without a heal scroll, that usually doesn't last too long. The Panda ready to throw in more from the back, but he's low HP now himself, has to be careful. Regen scroll here is very nice for 15 Sway. I feel also like Water Elementals should not be summoned anymore, and a retrain on the Archmage would be a good idea.
Absolutely. Can only be can be countered by Entangle, of course, but at least you don't give experience to your opponent. But this is finally 15 Sway breaking through Ooh, that took a lot of effort. But there's no repair on this Tree of Life. It's down. 150 gold in the main.
The town is under siege.
Absolutely huge supply lead for 15 Sway. But with the Tree of Eternity still able to walk south,
Yeah.
and with Knight of Ultimates perhaps becoming available, this is not over yet.
I agree. This could be a series where we see 3 different ultimates on the Night Elf side. With Avatar in map 1. And LawLiet will fight until the very, very last unit, that's for sure. 15 Sway, how much in this expo? Oh! 700!
A player's
No income from the main. He has to expand bottom left. Then he wins the game. Probably. Not sure. Maybe.
Well, Water Elemental is being summoned. Actually, the Dryads are running out of mana, funny enough. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire again.
Close attention to the hero level. So close to 6. He needs these kills. Bears are suffering. Mana potion has to be used. The invis saves are fantastic by 15 Sway, but it can't prevent all kills. Closer and closer to double level 6.
No potion on the Panda. He needs more kills. He wants to find a few more, but the invis
Oh my god.
saving the rifle once again.
The invis might save his game. That might just be it. And he didn't reach 6. He's inches away. He can feel the tranquility already. 80 supply against 37, and it's still somewhat close. I can't believe it. Next Breath of Fire. TP transferred. He just can't get these kills. Facing elimination.
Once you get in that one more breath, that could be more kills. But good positioning by 15 Sway, protecting them in the back. The priests here are a heavenly adjustment.
Didn't get the kills. Needs entangle. He wants it so bad. Gets a kill. That's level 6.
Oh my god. That was level 6.
Oh, what a game. Remo, I don't know what you did when you were 19 years old, but I wouldn't have the nerves like 15 Sway does.
Yeah, pretty sick. And he is
player's
not sending
forces
peasants
are
over
under
to the
attack.
gold mine. He seems to invest everything into this push. A ridiculous supply lead now. More than doubling up with 77 over 35.
Panda's close to 5, actually. He got 5.
He's selling items for mana potions.
Yeah. Ultimates.
The next water elemental might be level 6.
He should not summon this. He really, really, really shouldn't. What's the Moonju situation? Dire. The Ents are marching. Ancient of Lore, Tree of Eternity, a couple of heroes, Dryads, and Bears against 80 human supply. He needs his level 6. He needs the old Breath of Fire, Drunken Haze, out of mana now, also out of health very soon. If he stabs, he goes to the left-hand side to the tree. LawLiet, I think he's... like, how is he supposed to do this? Tranquility, of course, but he's taking a lot of damage himself. That wasn't the longest. Strength Keeper dies! Level 6 on the Panda, though. It's down to Earthstorm and Fire to kill 80 supply.
How good is this ultimate? Yesterday, Carson couldn't get enough of it, saying how good it is, and of course it is amazing. But is it that good? The Panda's going to work. Lots of normal damage, especially good against the Breakers. But level 6
Cyclone,
on the...
Cyclone!
He can't get away.
He wants
He's
to
stuck
run.
here now.
He wants to run, but he can't really. Fire Panda almost taken out. That's the big damage. That was 15 supply already. Cyclone again. He can't get out. Suffering more and more. But the Panda... oh my, how long is this lasting? Only the Storm Panda remaining. Needs to keep him alive. Needs to keep him alive, otherwise he's dead. Invis, Windwalk. Whew. But that was the ult. It's on cooldown now for long time. GG, LawLiet out of Dream.